with a deadly weapon, allegedly going on a knifing spree inside his workplace at Vaughn Foods after being fired. An FBI probe into Nolan's background is underway. Police say he recently converted to Islam and tried to convert his co-workers. Members at his mosque described him as quiet.
You could tell that he was different from everyone else. But as far as violence, we never saw it coming.
What on the surface would appear to be a distinct act of American-born terrorism is being tamped down by many as nothing more than a heinous with no connection to anything more sinister. A difficult assertion to make when one considers the brutality of this crime. And a nation knowing full well our guard will be tested on by those shores of terrorists again coming to the network. Chris Salcedo joins us today. Chris, thanks a lot for being here.
Hey, great to be here. Thank you, man.
Chris, how can we not call this an act of terrorism? So many people are asking. When you look on the Facebook page of Alton Alexander Nolan, there were political writings, things such as "Wake Up Muslims" that are there, trying to keep people around him to the Muslim faith. How can anybody seriously at least not begin to think that this is an incident of homegrown terrorism?
Well, I think most common sense Americans do recognize this for what it is, another example of domestic terrorism. We had another example down at Fort Hood. We all remember that. And the administration and the folks you're talking about who are saying, I think that the fight against radical Islamic fundamentalists around the world is a fight that we can win, or is a fight worth having. It is this administration idea that if you deny it battle, somehow it's going to go away. When you have two sides of a conflict, when you have, if both mutually agree that the war is over, that's one thing. But in this situation, the United States of America, under the extremist left-wing leadership or lack thereof of Barack Obama, has said, well, we're not going to fight this. Side isn't willing to meet us on that same plateau of thought. So what we're going to see is a United States, as long as Barack Obama and his administration are in charge, we're going to see an America that is incredibly reluctant to meet on this battlefield with the radical Islamic fundamentalists worldwide who want to do this battle.
We have a Oklahoma City nursing employee also arrested on Friday for allegedly threatening to behead a co-worker. His bail is set at $1 million. He has been jailed on a terrorism complaint. Jacob Mugabe Morinthi, I believe, 30 years of age, is his name. Do we just need to start getting a little harder edged when it comes to that people are going to use religion in this country, whether it's a copycat killing or not, to kill people?
It's common sense. It is common sense, and history is replete with those who murder in the name of religion. To sit there and say that's not the case, well, is a complete ignorance of
then
what
why no common
has
sense
happened.
from the administration side, Chris?
Say again?
Why no common sense then from the administration side? Why can they not see what most people
believe that America is partially at fault for what we're reaping, and think that it is natural that America reap the rewards from what they believe has been wrongs done across the world, in particular to radical Islamic fundamentalists, jihadis around the world. Others are just fearful. They're very courageous when they go after Christians or after Jews. Folks they're relatively assured will not attack them back. But when it comes to going after radical Islamic fundamentalists, the left wing in particular loses its courage because, well, frankly, those radicals tend to fight back.
And those who believe America is partially at fault certainly, I think, have something to learn, and certainly the victims of these crimes will be the first ones to say that that is certainly not the case. Chris Salcedo, all out of time, my friend. We'll do it again very soon. Thanks so much.
And it's always a pleasure. Thank you.
All right, from KSEV Radio Houston, Texas, and the Blaze Radio Network. Next hour on MidPoint, a new leader in Afghanistan and a real concern whether this is another empty figurehead or someone who has the ability to bring a nation and a region back together. After the break, two words we may be able to use once again in relation to the American athlete. All it took was one athlete to do it right. It's a shame there aren't more of them. That's coming up in Telling It Like It Is when we continue right here on MidPoint, where we question everything.